Reddit, what do you need to get off your chest? A story to make you feel better. I love self-deprecating stories, so here goes mine. It was 1989 or 90 Hawaii, and I was a DJ part-time with an ocean cruise company that would take about 150 tourists out into the ocean, get them drunk, have a live DJ play dance music, serve dinner, then head back into port. I had only been working there about a month and was not a very good DJ, but I was very passionate about it. So this one day we get Ice Cube from NWA promoting his Bangs album Straight Outta Compton. My boss tells me I just have to play the song Gangsta Gangsta from their album midway through the night. The time comes, I put his album on and start playing the song. Not the 12" single, just the regular album cover. He is really into it and everyone is dancing and having a good time. Midway through the song he raps into the mic, time for a breakdown, and then points to me and makes the scratch gesture with his hand. Terrified, I lean over the turntables and tell him I'm new and I don't know how to do that. Seemingly amazed, Ice Cube looks at me pathetically and starts shaking his head. He never looked at or spoke to me again. I've just completed my first day as a teacher and already I'm questioning my life choices. Everyone has a rough first day. Everyone. Especially teachers. It'll be difficult until you get into the swing of things, but it's worth it. You are making an impact in someone's life. Like my mom always told me, you won't feel comfortable at a job until you learn where the paper clips go. It's a metaphor for getting muscle memory at a job you're unfamiliar with. It usually takes a month or two to learn where everything goes. That I have no true friends. I have people like me and people that are chill with me, but I have never had that connection of a best friend. I always think that someone is my best friend, but no one ever thinks of me as their best friend. I feel the same way. I have friends and I have some good friends, but I haven't had a best friend since I was a kid. I really wish I did, and every once in a while I'll wonder why I don't. Is it something to do with me? Or is it normal to not? Do I have an unrealistic idea of what a best friend is? I'm a young man and I've been a cop for 3 years now, and I can feel myself already developing PTSD. Decamping bodies, a frantic mother handing me their dead baby girl and pleading with me to revive her, kids pulling triggers and destroying families to protect their bullshit notion of honor. I want to be a good man. I want to make a positive difference. But I'm quickly realizing I'm not Superman. I feel like I've been handed a mop and told to swab the streets as it's still raining. All the while, I'm being ridiculed because I'm using the wrong kind of mop or I missed a spot. Many of the teachers at the school I work at don't like me because they think I try to buy kids affection by doing shit like providing them with food, school supplies, warm clothing, and free after school tutoring. I get donations from local businesses for the tangible stuff. They have told me this to my face. A few of them have gleefully told me about how one day I'm going to realize that I'm wasting my time on kids who don't deserve it, and then I'll become just like them. They point out that one student who I spent countless hours working with a few years ago in order to get her to graduation is currently in prison for selling drugs. I always get the same message from them: what you are doing is worthless and does not matter. Well, here's what I need to get off my chest. Last week a student introduced me to a very troubled young person as a teacher who can and will help. He said that I'm someone who cares more about students than about herself. So what I do is not worthless. It does matter. And I'm going to keep on doing it, no matter what those assholes say. I feel burnt out. I don't have the motivation to do anything anymore. All I wanna do is sit around and play video games. At least you wanna play games, fam. I sit around downloading them and have 367 Steam games and won't commit to playing one longer than an hour because we'll get bored. I'm installing Watch Dogs 2 right now, and no, I won't play it more than literally today. Nothing is fun anymore. I didn't talk to my best friend for a week before she committed suicide. I wasn't angry with her or anything. It was just after exams, and we had a few days off of school. I have never been an on-screen communicator, and I was so certain that I would see her on our first day back to school. But now she's gone, and I can't forgive myself for not sending her a quick "Hey, on Facebook" when I knew she would still reply. that my best friend and best man at my wedding has not asked me to be best man at his wedding in the summer. I'm convinced I'm going to be alone forever. I was convinced of this too. Initially I was depressed over the thought. I always wanted a special someone to share my life with. But eventually I came to realize I was forcing it to be true, as no one would want to start dating someone all mopey about being alone. I decided if I was destined to be alone my whole life, I might as well make it interesting and fun. So I tried a bunch of new stuff, found new hobbies I didn't know I'd enjoy. I started to travel and become a more exciting person to be around, since I wasn't just sitting around waiting for marriage, like a bunch of people do around where I live. Eventually I wasn't sad about being alone, since no one could disagree about where to take the next trip or bother me about painting all weekend. What I'm basically getting at is, if you're going to be alone, rock it. Love it. Make the most of every day, and perhaps someday someone will admire your passion for life. And if not, you won't look back and regret anything. One time a coworker came into my office and said, "Hey, I just wanna warn you, don't go into the bathroom for a while. It smells like somebody died in there." It was me. Once I drank an unhealthy amount of apple juice at work. Just chugged it. I'd never drank a lot of apple juice before and didn't know it was a laxative. Stomach started speaking Klingon and I had to go in a hurry. Work bathroom had 3 stalls. I shat liquid like it was coming out of a hose. Midway through one burst a coworker comes in and stands for a second and then leaves. An hour later I'm back at my desk. I was wearing these blue shell Nikes that day. He walks by my cubicle, sees my shoes, and shouts, "It was you. Oh my god man, are you okay?" I went home after that. Felt like I was in fucking elementary school again. My dad passed away 2 months ago. I want nothing but to go with him, even though I don't believe in the afterlife. He was my best and only friend and I don't want to live without him. I feel very guilty of feeling this way and not being stronger in my sorrow. I'm lucky to have had such a wonderful father, not like many people who aren't as fortunate as I am. Edit. Thank you so much for all your replies. I hoped for but never expected this much kindness and support. Thank you for taking the time to share your stories here. I feel honored and grateful to be able to read your experiences in this especially difficult time. Thank you for being understanding and spreading encouragement despite your own sorrows. I wish all of you nothing but the very best in your lives. My dad passed away last June. It was sudden. It was unexpected. It stabbed me so painfully, and I still feel the pain every day. I felt the same. My father was a wonderful person who was not just a dad, but a friend to me. I felt the same for a long time. I had thoughts of what it would be like to just go join him. But this isn't the answer. People here still need you, just like there are people here that still needed him. If there is an afterlife, one day you will get to see him again. Until then, keep going here in the present life. We might not ever get a chance to be here again, so live it while you can. PM me if you want to just talk. I will understand. My 21-year-old son is now my 21-year-old daughter. Most days I can deal with this and be happy for her new happiness, but sometimes I just can't. My mom has dementia, caused by high doses of codeine and morphine, which is a whole nother set of issues. She cannot seem to remember to call my child by her new name. My child lives there. I feed her 2 eggs a week to help my dad, who currently has an ulcer. I hate going over there when I used to enjoy it so much. I hate being at my house right now though, because my 19-year-old nephew lives with us, and he is an awful person. It's better since we locked the fridge. It just becomes too much for me. I haven't paid bills in 2 months. Fortunately, most is automatic. My husband is annoyed because I can barely get out of bed. I still go to work, but showers and cleaning are pretty much on the back burner to sleeping now. I hate this world and what I've made of it. The medication keeps me from being actively suicidal, but passively is a whole different story. Straight, married dude, becoming obsessed with makeup and women's fashion. No idea how / if to tell the wife or anyone. Don't really have opportunities to try cross-dressing, but super often want to. Every woman I meet I can't help but study her makeup and outfit. Wife wouldn't get upset at me if she found out. She'd just be super weirded out and probably think it is really silly. Most cross-dressers are straight guys. They just don't tell anybody. Who wouldn't want to try out women's fabulous soft silky clothes, fun makeup, and perfumes? I would just suggest buy stuff for yourself, because women tend to get pissed off if their clothes get all stretched out. Shit's expensive.